Hello, my name is Hannah Hanzo, and I am going to be talking about my grant proposal for AYA at USC. AYAs are adolescents and young adults that were diagnosed with cancer between the ages of 15 and 39. This is now a well-recognized term in the oncology world. There are 90,000 AYAs diagnosed with cancer just in the US annually, and 1 million AYAs diagnosed with cancer globally every year. There are AYA oncology programs all over the world at research institutes and nonprofits that help support patients in this age range. Today, we're going to be talking about the AYA program at USC. AYAs are in a very tricky age range. They're not quite pediatric patients, but they're also not quite adult patients in many cases, and they're poorly misunderstood due to their biology patterns that are different from pediatric or adult patients, and their complex psychosocial needs due to their age. The problem that AYAs face is that they have extremely low survival rates despite the recent advances in medicine and cancer treatment. This is thought to be due to AYAs very rarely participating in clinical trials, but can also be due to the high rates of uninsured AYAs and inadequate monitoring of AYAs due to their age range. Clinical trials have become the standard of care in oncology treatment, and they have many benefits, including personalized care for patients. When a patient is undergoing a clinical trial, they are under constant supervision of a medical doctor. Additionally, they have other support throughout the trial in many cases. The clinical research trials often lead to better long-term health outcomes for patients and also help patients get exposed to new treatments that are cutting edge and may not be approved on the market yet for standard of care. Finally, clinical research helps contribute to our medical knowledge base. AYA at USC is the organization I did my practicum with. My advisor was Shu Lee. AYA at USC was established in 2013, and they aim to improve health outcomes and quality of life for AYAs. They collaborate with USC Norris Cancer Center and Children's Hospital Los Angeles. They host many workshops, in-person events, and they even have a camp every year. They support a patient's physical, social, and spiritual well-being, and their workshops are very diverse in what they offer. Despite all of these amazing things, there's currently no infrastructure to connect AYAs to clinical trials, which is silly because USC Norris, who AYA USC collaborates with often, is running clinical trials all the time. So, our proposal aim is to create a clinical trials navigator position for AYA at USC, and this job will primarily serve as a connector to connect AYAs to clinical trials not only at USC Norris, but also at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Hopefully, this will help improve health outcomes and survival rates for AYAs. This clinical trials navigator position will have three main duties. Number one, this person will connect AYAs with research staff at both USC Norris and CHLA and help match AYAs with existing and future clinical trials. They will develop a tracking system to track all AYA patients and their basic information. Eventually, this will be able to track how many AYAs participate in clinical trials and what their health outcomes are. And finally, they will serve as an educator to teach AYAs and their family about clinical trials and how useful they can be. This is just a quick timeline of what the grant proposal and position timeline will look like. Initially, in the first 2 months, a job posting will be put up someone will be interviewed, ideally someone with clinical trials, oncology, and patient experience. In the second through fourth month, this person will connect with clinical research staff at USC and CHLA to help establish a cadence and method of communication for matching AYAs to clinical trials. Then, between the fourth and sixth month, a tracking system will be developed. And finally, between the sixth, seventh, and 12th month, um, the clinical trial navigator will start matching AYAs to clinical trials. And future directions of this proposal would be to address the overall gap of lack of AYAs participating in clinical trials worldwide, and if successful, implement this model at other AYA institutes. Um, this model can hopefully serve as a foundation for other institutes to mimic. Here are my references, and I just want to thank you for your time. I found this project to be very personally fulfilling because I have worked myself in clinical research for 3 years, one of which I've worked with pediatric populations that were diagnosed with cancer, and I was able to see firsthand how beneficial clinical trials can be on patients. AYA has been a wonderful organization to get to work with and truly made my practicum experience and my time at USC feel very purposeful and fulfilled. Thank you.